what was awesome about being at 2017 boot camp this year was I had the opportunity and the pleasure to be able to speak and present on what I do, what I've learned in the industry, what I've learned from Mike, what I've learned from his team, and finally for the first time in my life be able to give back. It really became a reality for me that I have the opportunity to pay it forward, and that's what this is all about. And I feel blessed that all the learning and lessons that I've learned, I finally can help someone else save time, and I truly believe time is the only thing that we can measure, and more importantly, control. Well, I think what the biggest challenge is that people think on what they want to do, but don't have a roadmap. And this is about creating the roadmap, giving you the tools you need, and a lot of people will actually almost become and get in their own way because they get overwhelmed. My thoughts are take one thing and implement it. That's it. You implement one thing, then you can implement a second thing, then you can implement a third thing. And it's not a matter of, oh, I do it once and then I can move on and I'm done. This is a constant work. We need coaching always. We need to constantly be reinforcing principles. So year after year, everything I do, it builds on what I did the year previous. What I think was spectacular is Jeb Blount he's kind of the founding father of the principles that I'm living, breathing, and doing every day right now. It was amazing to meet him in person, to actually have him reinforce everything that I believe and actually recommend and teach to other people. That was a game changer for me to actually have the one-on-one experience. From there, we had to meet Rudy. I mean, come on, it's Rudy. That was one of the coolest things ever, to be able to take a picture, be able to get an autograph thing, and then more importantly realize that someone that went through more struggle and more pain and more challenge than anyone I've ever met in my entire life, and it did not stop him. Which means as long as you have belief and faith, and more importantly that you do not give up on what you're trying to do, there's nothing that we cannot attain. James Malinchak, we all know James Malinchak. The guy's amazing. The guy blows the room up every time. It's kind of one of those things that every time I'm around James, I learn, I'm inspired, I correct, tweak. He's really that kind of person that not only helps you become a better speaker, talker, everything you do in your business, but more importantly, just he gives you that energy that you need to have, which I always love being around James. And then I want to say lastly, Patty was probably one of the most emotional experiences I've ever been. I have mad props for her, for the courage and the transparency that she had amongst strangers. A lot of us are friends, but there's a lot of people in the room she never knew. And she was completely transparent, completely clear, and completely vulnerable to the point where we're lucky the entire house did not lose it while she was telling her story. I mean, the reality is the hardship and the challenges she's had to overcome, it's a movie. I don't know people that have actually gone through from being a baby to becoming the strong, professional, experienced person they are and overcome everything and look at it all as a blessing when it all came from pain. So I want to say thank you, Patty, for what you did for us. So for me, and this is something that I've really reinforced in the last 2-3 years, is coaching is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous residual thing that has to be reinforced. Principles have to be reinforced. Things that we take and we'll learn this weekend, we may push hard for the next 2-3 months, and life will kind of come in and take us and sidetrack us. And the reality is we all need reinforcement. We all need to be brought back to where it is. And what's great is Mike's curriculum every year tweaks, changes, added. He's always paying attention to the marketplace. He's listening to the marketplace. He's listening to us as agency owners and trying to deliver what we need so that we can be more profitable, have more time, and be just more efficient in everything we do in life. If you're not in a UPP boot camp and you're not coming to these, at a minimum, Mike's got multiple events throughout the year, but at least this a year, you will lose the reinforcement that needs to happen. To become a champion in anything, you have to constantly be sharpening your pencil, you have to constantly be learning, you have to constantly be tweaking. And my dad told me this line years ago, I still remember, you cannot soar with eagles when you hang out with turkeys. And the reality is, I want to hang out with eagles, and that's why I'm here. So thank you very much, Mike, for everything you do for me. You reinforce everything that I need to do, and more importantly, you challenge me on a day-to-day basis to become the best person that I can for my agency.